Abuse VQ, stay locked in.
Alright, squad, on to that next project. Y'all already see what it is, man. Getting the materials ready, trying to line everything up. I actually gotta pull out my Milwaukee pen so I can mark out the moon roof, just so I can have that line. Then I'll be able to kind of cut on the inside or the outside. I don't know. I gotta see what's up. But I'm gonna finish kind of just laying out the carbon fiber on the roof just so I can get an idea of how much I have, how much I'm gonna need. And from laying that out, that should probably give me more of an idea of how to even it out. I'm probably gonna roll it to the rear, roll it up here a little bit further to the back. I'm thinking once I'm like right here, I'll give it a cut, like right when it's on the rubber. I want it, or I may have to go pick up an X-Acto knife just so we can accomplish that and make it as nice, smooth, clean cut as possible. But this is what we got, team. We in here, carbon fiber on the roof. See, I got the moon roof. Just got to take my time. Once I get the dimensions down, once I get the moon roof cut out and it's perfect as far as visibility, everything will fit into like the grooves and everything right here all the way around, make it nice and clean, we'll be in business. Throw the glue on this shit so we can lock it in. But you know, measure twice, cut once. Let's go. Let's get it. All right, squadron. So what I'm doing is taking my time and kind of giving it that outline with my fingers, just so I know exactly I want to cut down here. You know what I'm saying? Give it that little bit of cushion as I'm pushing in. So we could do that. My next joint, right, squad, is to attack the moon roof. But what I think I'm gonna do with the moon roof is the exact same thing, is just keep going around right quick and pressing it down so it'll make a nice outline for me. Again, don't worry about the ruffles. I got the roller, I got all of that. We'll roll all of this out, have it looking real nice, have the twill looking real nice on the carbon fiber. But I want to make sure that I will measure 100 times just so when I cut once, that shit is precise, perfect, and perfection. Like straight perfection. See what we got. I know the rear is probably gonna be a nice little task too. We're gonna tape it down just so it's wavy. My main goal is to get this cut. So now once it's cut, I believe I just want to roll it up to the front right here, right? So now when I start to put the glue and stuff on, I can just kind of roll it and then use some of the materials I have, like the rollers and stuff like that, to kind of just even it out and take my time. So that's the next game plan. But right now I'm just making sure I have enough space, as you see, so it can fall easily when it is glued down. I want to definitely make sure I have enough space. So just making sure everything is in order for the most part before we make those initial cuts, because those initial cuts technically are the final cuts, and I want to make sure that it's perfect, because this is going to be seen for the rest of the Dark Surfer's natural life, man. Like, definitely. Let's go. All right, squad, we getting there now. Wheels is turning. Starting to make those cuts. Trying to trim some of this down so now we can have it somewhat cut the size. I want to leave a nice access. So now when I do glue it down, I can kind of come through with the scissors, with the shears, and I can really cut this to perfection exactly where I need it. So I'm gonna leave the front like this because I'm gonna roll it from the back to the front. So now, let me come in and let me cut the middle for the moon roof. We're cutting down the size. Let's get to that. That's the next joint. So I got an outline. I just gotta make a nice, probably little hole right here on the inside, and then just cut straight and take my time. Let's do it. All right, squad, give it to y'all straight. I'm on a time joint, bro. Like, shit's supposed to be dead hot down here. So my next joint is, now that I have it cut somewhat to size that I want, we're gonna roll it up, roll it to the front, try and keep everything as even as possible. So now we can kind of clean up all the shards and shreds of loose carbon fiber. And once I roll it up, let me see, because I definitely have, my glue. Might not need both of them, but bought two just in case. And this is supposed to be the best to seal carbon fiber to metal. So we'll see what's up. This gives me a 20-minute window to adjust anything if needed, but we have it cut to size, so we'll be good, baby. Just gotta roll it on and make sure everything is level. Make sure. All right, team, doing some cleaning up. I got some scraps in the back. I'm gonna use that to just line some of these pieces here on the side. The back got so frizzled. I'm super tight, but I'm gonna use some of that to kind of just line it up right at the edge and just blend it in to the back, and that should be wavy. I gotta come through and cut the middle now and cut the front, but as far as the passenger side, the rear, driver side, those is cut down. I just gotta cut the front and finish cutting out the middle. All right, squadron, we locked in. We locked in. It's not 100% yet. I still got some trimming to do in the middle and on the edges, but for the most part, we locked in. We locked in. Yeah, gotta clean it up, but we in there. That's where we at, squad. Just wanted to hit y'all with it. Give y'all that quick 1-2. Again, it's not perfect. I knew it wasn't gonna be perfect, but I fucks with it. It's still a few imperfections I gotta cut down, like specifically in the middle. Gotta finish cutting that down to make that look neat, but I just wanted it to dry and get everything done. The edges and the back needs to be cut a little bit, but for the most part, squad, it's alright, Mo. Like I said, it's not perfect, but like this joint right here got short, so I'm gonna see how I can maneuver the Egg and Allen Hoover into that. Gotta finish cleaning this up here, finish cleaning up the middle. But for the most part, squad, it's wavy. You know what I mean? Wavy, wavy. I just don't like the back. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see how I could get that to set in flush like the sides. But other than that, the roof is alright, Mo. Just finish the middle. And we in here. In here like swim with. Alright, team. Epoxy hardener came in 2-to-1 ratio. Got my little mason joint. That's gonna give me an exact measurement, 2-to-1. Blunt on deck. Y'all already know the vibe. Let's get it popping. So this is what it looked like. Again, I'm not even gonna hold y'all because I had to cut it. And now that I'm thinking, hindsight, retrospect, if I would have flipped the middle and taped it down, that would have probably looked way better. Same thing with the edges rather than cutting to size. Learning lesson for the future. But yes, for the most part, team, I got the shit cut as evenly as possible. Again, edges look a little rugged, but hopefully we can square all of this away once we get the epoxy on here and lay it down, team. You know what I mean? Let's go. You already know, team. Mixing up that second batch of epoxy. Got a little messy, not bad. You know what I mean? But mixing it up. Oops. Mixing it up, we should be good. Let's get it popping. You already know what time it is. All right, squad. 2 hours later. Hit this shit with 2 layers of the epoxy and the resin. I ain't gonna hold you. This shit don't look even, but I just wanted to make sure I saturated with one coat just to wet it out. That second coat was to saturate it. So now I know I applied a decent amount of epoxy resin Should be good. But now I'm gonna come through tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be the super thick coat, and that's gonna be my last coat, and then come through, sand it down by hand, probably 1000 grit, sanding block, 1000 grit, and then 2K clear coat. That's how I'm gonna rock. Right here in the box, baby. You already know. 2K clear coat. Let's bang it up, team. Let's go. Hi, squadron. We in here. Locked and loaded. Got it all gazied up. 4 coats. Resin. Right now, just gonna let it dry. My next joint, to get this shit looking nice and pretty and even for the most part, it's gonna be a lot of sanding, a lot of wet sanding, and a lot of shaving, just to get some of this real, just to get some of this real nice. You know what I'm saying? It looks decent here, but the edges, gotta get those in order. But again, it didn't come out exactly the way that I wanted. I would have a different method the next time around, but yo, method challenge. You already know, team. Let's get it. All right, getting dirty in there, team. You see how we looking? It's evening out now. So you see we're getting more, I guess, of that fade. You see, like, again, that is where you see me sanding, and it's evening it out. So we'll do a couple of more rounds. I mean, the 800 look like it's doing perfectly fine, that 800 grit, and try and even it out a little bit more. From there, once we even it out, let's cover the car and then clear coat it. You already know, gotta break those out the box. So let's go. All right, squad, we getting there, man. You know what I mean? Clear coat coming out real nice. I got everything looking real pretty for the most part. I'm trying to make it as even as possible. I want to give it probably, 2 more solid coats. But as of right now, it's looking decent. Before we get to that last coat and sand that down, yo, polish and buff. Let's go. Almost there, but we want to put these last 2 coats on so we can let this shit sit for 12 to 24. I'll say 24 just to make sure that we're good. But this is only 2 coats. I'm gonna put that the third and the 4th coat on there. Really get in here and somewhat saturate it, or go over enough times to keep that thin coat going, and we'll be good, team. Let's go.